Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Rajiv S. Khanna from the law offices of Rajiv S. Khanna PC, immigration.com. Today is March 6th, 2025. This is our community conference, which is held on our conference bridge, our firm's conference bridge, every other Thursday. We start at 12:30. I encourage people to come early because at 12:30 I may have to lock the conference. If there are too many people, I will not be able to answer everyone's questions. So I have locked the conference. First, I will answer the questions that have been posted on the forums, on forums.immigration.com. Once I answer, the order in which I'll answer the questions is first I'll answer frequently asked questions. Then I'll ask after each time I answer a question, does anybody have a follow-up? So if you have a follow-up on what I'm discussing, nothing new at that time, then you can ask me a follow-up. Okay. After I answer the posted frequently asked questions, then I'll answer the posted regular questions. There's a total of about 11. That should take me about half an hour. Okay. After that, we'll open the conference for any new questions. So anybody who has a new question at that point can ask it towards the last 30 minutes. And usually that's enough time. I'm able to do everybody's questions within that 1 hour. Let me get started. Remember that this call is being recorded and you heard the disclaimers when you logged in. All our conversations are subject to those disclaimers. Let me look for the frequently asked questions. So first frequently asked question, which I was asked this before we started the conference also. Should I maintain my H-1B while my I-485 AOS is going on? And the answer is yes, I recommend it. Because I've seen too many times that something goes wrong with the I-485. Next thing is we've got a problem as we are trying to fix that problem. You are running unlawful presence. You don't have anywhere to work in the United States. It becomes very messy. Okay? So wherever possible, maintain your H-1B. I would not want you to give up your H-1B and just go on EAD. Interestingly, your spouse could use her EAD, and if she loses her H-4 or L-2 or whatever status she's on, it's not as dangerous as if you, the primary benefit, the primary applicant lost it. So try to keep your H-1, L-1, whatever visa you have, active and alive along with the adjustment of status. Does anybody have a follow-up question on this? Press *5 if you have a follow-up question. Okay, let me move on to the next frequently asked question. So this is also a frequently asked question, question number 7. H-1B and I-140, I move to India and return in the future. So right now, I am on H-1B. My I-140 is approved. I want to move to my home country and then return to the US. How does this work? So this is a question. The fact pattern is, I currently have an H-1B valid till July 27. Company filed for perm. Things went as expected. I got my I-140 approval in May 2026. Okay. I'm considering moving to India around January, February. And this can be any country. It doesn't have to be India only, wherever you are from, which would be about 180 days after I-140 approval. My question, impact on H-1B if I move to India. What would happen to my H-1B if I joined a different employer in India? So remember, H-1B that you have through this employer, H-1B that you have through this employer, they should revoke it because you're really not using it. You're outside the United States. Okay. And if you work for this employer or any other employer, it shouldn't matter. What if you continue working with this employer and they keep paying you your H-1B salary in the United States? Would your H-1B considered active? The answer is yes. Most likely that would be considered active. But if you work for another employer or you don't get paid your American salary, then that H-1B should be revoked. It should be withdrawn. Okay. Returning to the US after H-1B expiration. If my H-1B expires while I'm in India and I haven't renewed it, would it be, can I file for a change of employer or any additional complications? The answer is, well, there is a complication. As far as H-1B is concerned, you can get that with any employer because your I-140 is approved and it stayed approved for at least 180 days, as you said in the fact pattern. So you could come back on H-1B with any employer and there is no time limit on that as far as I know. Okay. But what happens to your green card? Remember, if you wanted to get a green card and you don't have a job with that employer who did your I-140, you would have to start a new green card. But you should be able to keep getting your H-1B extension based upon the already approved I-140 because it stayed approved for 180 days. Okay, that's how it works. No additional complications. That's pretty much it. I-140 and priority date retention. Will my I-140 priority date remain intact? Yes. You'll have to start your green card all over again. And interestingly, if you, let's say you got your PERM approved, which is your green card, you got your I-140 approved in PERM under EB2 category. Then you want to apply for NIW, you'll still carry the same priority date. If you want to do EB1A, you can still carry the same priority date. Okay. Your future employer they just have to start your green card all over again. And the priority date transfer is kind of a part of the process. You don't have to do a lot about it. Okay. *5. If you have a follow-up question, press *5 on your phone, please. Area code 267 has a question and then there's another person. Okay. Area code 267, where are you calling from?
Hello. I'm calling from California right now.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Hi. Thanks for answering the question and doing the community calls.
Of course.
So I just want to verify, once, as you said, there is no timeline for that returning to US, right? So even after a long time,
right?
Basically, I would never have to go through the H-1B lottery again, correct?
That is correct.
It's just that the employer has to do it.
Yeah.
Change of, okay. And one more thing is, what is the caveat here if my I-140 is not approved?
Oh, it has to be approved.
If I didn't have an I-140.
Yeah, if you did not have an I-140, then number one caveat is you only have H-1B which remains out of the 6 years. Okay?
Okay.
You don't get extensions, right? Because you don't have an I-140.
Correct.
And second, you don't have a priority date.
Correct.
Okay.
So basically, if H-1B plus I-140, no timeline, I can return anytime back to
That is correct. That is correct. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Good luck, sir. Area code 240, where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm calling from Maryland.
Maryland, sir. All right. How can I help you?
Okay. Right. My wife, applied for NIW, NIW last year, and we filled I-140.
Stop. I'm only answering follow-up questions. New questions will have to wait when I call for them. I'll get to them once I
Okay.
answer. Yeah, just stop. Yeah. So we'll just do the posted questions first, okay? Wait. I'll ask for new questions in the last half hour of my call, which is about 25 minutes from now. Another question, frequently asked question, number 8 is H-1B working remotely from India. I received my H-1B in September 22, worked in Scottsdale, Arizona office. Then I've been working from remotely from India, same company, same role, and my H-1B is expiring in September 25. Does my employer need me physically in the US to apply for my H-1B extension? No. Second question says if yes. So the answer is not if yes. The answer is no. Given that my visa expires in September 25, when should I start the extension? You can start 6 months ahead of time. So September 6 months would be March, right? So you could start in March 2024. That is all the questions you had on this. Any follow-up questions? Press star 5, please. Any follow-up questions on this issue? Star 5. All right. Let's go on to the next frequently asked question, if there is one. Okay, there are no more frequently asked questions. Now let's go to the regular posted questions. Question number 2. Legality of working a remote job while on paternity leave and receiving state benefits in Washington state. Benefits are a matter of state law. Each state could have a different set of benefits. I have no advice on that. I can only comment about federal immigration laws. So I have one job currently from a big tech company in Washington. I have another fully remote job from manufacturing sector. I have a green card. Also, you are a green card holder. Is it allowed if I will be applying for paternity leave? So this is totally a question of state laws. I have no comments on this. Second question is about Washington state laws. No comments on this. Third question also about state laws. No comments on this. So is this going to be a problem for naturalization? As long as you're not breaking any laws, there is no problem for naturalization. So you need to talk to state benefits lawyers to figure out if you are breaking any laws. If you don't break any laws, there is no problem with US immigration. Again, fifth question is about state laws. Sixth question is about state laws. Seventh question is about state laws. Eighth question, with Trump being strict on immigration, they are going to try to find out people with multiple checks. Oh, did I just hang up on myself? 1 second. Looks like I hung up. I'm going to log back in.
Welcome to the Community Conference Center of Immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv S. Khanna, PC. Please note, all calls are recorded and made available publicly, so you may want to conceal your identity and disguise the facts of your case. By participating in these calls, we are not establishing an attorney-client relationship. The accuracy of the information provided here cannot be guaranteed, and this is not a substitute for an in-depth consultation. Thank you for this opportunity to serve you. The conference is in presentation mode. There are 10 parties in the conference. You are a host.
Sorry guys, I got dropped off from the call. So I was answering question number 8 on the posted question, which was number 2. So the last question is, with Trump being strict, they are trying to find out ways for people with multiple checks. So as long as you're not breaking any laws, state or federal, there should be no problem with immigration laws. Can a green card holder have multiple jobs? Sure. That is perfectly legal. But can you have multiple benefits? That's an issue of state law. I have no idea. Okay. I see one person has their hand up already. Does anybody else have any questions on following this? You can press star 5. Let me take the hand that is already up. Area code 909. Where are you calling from? Area code.
Sorry, it was by mistakenly. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
You can continue.
No problem.
Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, we are almost, we should be done soon with the posted questions. So question number, let's see, which one is this? Number 4. F1 visa stamping in India after graduation and OPT. After graduation and OPT. I'm reaching out to seek guidance regarding travel and visa about my spouse. She changed from H-4 to F1 and is currently studying, graduating in May 25. After graduation, she is planning to visit home country for personal reasons. I don't know if she's going to be able to get an F1 visa. This is an interesting situation. Once you have graduated, can you still get, even though you have just an OPT left? I don't know the answer to that question. You can check with your DSO. It's a very interesting issue. I think she would have a problem because she's already finished her degree. They may not give her a visa. But I do not know the answer to this question. I've never had to deal with it. Sorry. *5. If there's a follow-up on this, press *5, please. Okay. Then question number 5, L1B extension beyond 5 years with approved I-140 and potential L1A conversion. I'm currently on L1B. 5 years will be finished in September 26. I also have an I-140 approved. Will I get extension for L1B after 5 years? No. I-140 does not extend your L1B or L1A. It only works for H-1B. Okay. What are your options? The same that point number 2 you mentioned, right? Convert to a managerial role, move to L1A, and then you won't get EB1 green card. But you can, unless you already had 1 year as a manager outside USA. Okay. But if you were earlier a specialized knowledge employee and you just got that promotion based upon 6 months of L1A within the US, that won't get you an EB1 green card, but it'll get you extra time, couple of years, because it is L1A now. Okay. *5. If you have a follow-up question, press *5. All right. Question number 6. H-1B extension timing, interview waiver Dropbox eligibility based upon visa stamp or I-797 expiry. So it's the visa stamp expiry that matters for this purpose. I'm on H-1B visa with I-797 approval, planning to, how soon before my I-797 expires can I apply for the extension? Extension within USA, right? You can apply 6 months ahead of time. Interview waiver Dropbox rule says 12 months from your previous visa. So it is always the visa stamp. It is not the 797. Okay. You look for the expiration of your visa stamp. That's what the consulate is talking about. *5. If you have a follow-up question, press *5. All right. Now let's see. We are now on question number 9. Then we should just have a couple more. H-4 and H-4 EAD pending after H-1 approval, travel to India, and impact on pending applications and auto extension. My husband's H-1 extension, my H-4 extension, and H-4 EAD are applied together in a premium bundle. Okay, H-1 got approved. H-4 and H-4 EAD are still pending. My old H-4 EAD and I-94 were both expired. I have not been working. I tried expediting my case but failed. Is it okay to travel? So the problem is you are allowed to travel during extension. I've never been able to find that rule, but I know that that is true. I've tried to look for that rule. But traveling during extensions is allowed. But how would you enter the United States? Because if your H-4 is already expired, then wouldn't that travel be a problem? I think it would be. How would you come back? You'll have to go get an H-4 visa stamp. Does that EAD still hold good? I don't think I have a clear answer to that question. My guess is it does hold true. It should be okay. But I can't say that I know for definitive the answer. I've never been able to find this answer. I know that I read it somewhere many, many years ago that you can travel during H-4 extension with EAD pending, but I have never been able to find its confirmation in writing. If I successfully obtain an updated I-94, will I still be eligible for 540-day auto extension given that my EAD is already expired? I think so. These are again cusp questions, Swatiji. There's a lot we don't know. At least I don't have any clear answers on these. I would have, if you have the time, you can look at the Federal Register. When the H-4 rules were made, H-4 EAD rules were made, the Federal Register will have those entries. And what happens is, when the government makes regulations, new regulations, they get comments from the public and they answer those comments. So all these fine points of policy could be there. You can also look at the USCIS policy manual for these answers. If nothing else works, you can try calling USCIS customer service and ask them to connect you with an adjudications officer. a tier 2 officer. Okay, because these are questions that I don't have any written rules on. Can you travel during extension? I think so. Do you get extension, the 500-day extension, if you get your I-94 extended? I think you do, but I don't have anything definitive to point out to. So that's why I'm hesitant to commit to it, simply because I've never seen it in writing stated succinctly. Okay. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Question number 10. I have no idea what VIOP annotation is. Are you here on this call? Question number 10 poster. Are you here? Because I don't know what this means. So parents were living in with us in Canada on super visa, which is a long-term visitor visa. So I don't practice on the Canadian side. I have no idea what that means. They were staying for 1.5 years. They went to USA. And the officer at the border said, how come you are living so long in Canada? They explained that this is, they have a long-term visa for Canada. And he admitted them with an annotation of VIOP. I have no idea what that means. So if you could explain to me what VIOP is, I could try to answer that question. Post it for the next time, or you can come join the call. They are planning to leave USA soon, but then coming back in 26. Will this annotation have any future? I don't even know what this annotation means. Do I need to email, get more clarification from CBP? Yeah, find out what this means. VIOP, I've never heard of this. Okay. So if we know more about it, we might be able to give a better answer. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Next question, number 11. Yeah, and then we have one more, and then we are done with the posted questions. Oh, there is a question here. Area code 732. New Jersey, right? New Jersey, what is your question? Are you the guy? Are you the one who posted VIOP?
No.
Okay.
I have a similar situation.
All right.
But like my mom is yet to come to US, so she is on super visa in Canada, and she has stayed there. I mean, when she wants to travel back to US, she'll be there for like about 7 to 8 months. And she had been to US before twice, like for different period of time, like 3 months and few weeks.
Uh-huh.
And then when she came third time, she went to Canada. I mean, she stayed here for 3 months again, then went to Canada. And now if I want to call her for my convocation, and this is only one-time thing.
Okay.
She hasn't been to India.
Okay.
So do you see like any challenges there? Like if she not going to India and come back to US, and she's doing for the first time.
Okay. Does she have family in India?
No, actually. So my sister is there in Canada and I'm here.
Okay.
My dad is no more.
Okay.
But we have our house. Yeah.
Okay. You said you have your house in India?
Yeah.
How long has she been staying
Her
in?
house on her name and mine.
How long has she been staying in Canada?
So she went there in December, and we want to call her during my convocation. That's around in May.
No, that's not the question. When was the last time she left India? When did she leave India to come to Canada?
Oh, in September 2024.
So that's recently, right? That's not too far back.
Yeah,
so
that's recent, yeah.
Yeah, I personally think she should be okay. I'll tell you why. Even though she has a history of having not too many ties in India, okay, but she's been to the US before a couple of times and not stayed a full 6 months. Okay.
Right.
Number 2, it's a genuine reason for her to travel is your convocation, okay, and she has only 2 children.
Yeah.
One lives in Canada, one lives in USA, and she visits them. I think it should be okay, but ultimately, it is the CBP officer at the airport or at the border who decides. So who knows what they are going to ask? But theoretically, at least, I don't see any problem.
Okay. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. Like, I see there's only one problem. Yeah, I mean, I understand your point. Totally.
Yeah. I think she should be okay. There are many things that are going for her. The best thing that is going for her is her history of spending less than 6 months each time.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, right.
I would carry the evidence of 3 things. 2, entry exit from USA, and 3rd, your convocation.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck.
Got you.
All right. Take care.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. All right. Now, let's see. I was doing, this is the one I was doing. H1 to B2 change of status pending, ICE interaction. If H1B to B2 is pending, what status should we tell to ICE? You should say that you are in authorized period of stay because you have an application pending with the government. What documents? I would take the receipt of the pending B2, and I would take my H1B approval notice with I-94. Are there any H1 to B2 denials? Not so far. I haven't seen any. Under even Trump administration, I haven't seen any. Okay. *5, if you have a follow-up question. So the documents I want you to carry: H1B approval notice with I-94, B2 receipt, and of course, identity documents like your either your passport or your driver's license, so that government can verify who you are. All right. This looks like the last question, posted question. H1B renewal stamping in Canada. Oh, there is a follow-up question. Guys, you've got to be a little bit quicker about follow-up questions, okay? All right. Area code 704. Go ahead, please. Area code 704. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Yeah, so this was a question on H1 to B2. Can I go ahead with that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, thank you. So I got laid off in January, so
Right.
I'm already on 60-day grace period.
Right.
And based off the information that you provided earlier, we are putting in for a change of status from H1 to B2.
Okay.
Now it says that for the I-94, it has to be unexpired, right? So the I-94, as when we come from the airport into the country, that has expired. But my I-797A H1B approval status form,
Okay.
that the I-94 on that is still valid.
Okay, let me
should be good,
hold
right?
on. There is a very important piece of information I need. Which one is earlier in time? The I-94 that you got at the airport, or the I-94 you got with the H1B approval? In other words, which one is
from the airport?
So the one that you got the airport is later or earlier, and the I-94 with the H1B approval is most recent, right?
Correct.
Okay. So then the only I-94 that counts is the one that you got with your H1B, the most recent one.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So the rule is you have 60 days from the last pay period, if it was full pay, or last date working, if the pay was not full pay, 60 days or whatever time remains on your most recent I-94, if that is less than 60 days. So if you have 61 days on your I-94, you get full 60 days. But if you have 45 days on your I-94, you don't get 60-day grace period, you get 45 days.
Yeah. So my I-94 is valid until April 2026. So
okay. So no problem. You get full 60 days.
All right. And with regards to the time where it starts from the 60 days starts, you had already mentioned that it is the last day of the paycheck, right?
No, not paycheck.
So for example,
no, not paycheck. Pay period. So I might get my paycheck for March in April. So the period that would be covered is March, not April. You see,
Right.
paycheck could come later than the pay period.
Yes.
It is
correct.
the pay period that matters. So if I got my full
period,
pay,
yes.
if I got my full pay for March in April, my 60-day grace period will begin after March.
Okay. Yes. So in my example, I was laid off on January 16th
All
of
right.
2025.
All right.
But the pay period is until Jan 24th. So
Yeah.
it covered Jan 15th to Jan 24th, I think. Something
Yeah,
like
so
that.
then your 60 days should begin on Jan 25th, one day after.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Best of luck.
Got it. And so when I apply for the change of status to B2, what date should I give? Should I give the exact 60 day or should I give 5 days before?
Yeah, you should. So you are saying from and 2 dates.
Yeah, because the I-539 says that I need to give when I need to change the status to B2.
Yeah. So you would give approximately 6 months from your 60-day grace period. Approximately 6 months. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
All right.
All right. Take care.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Okay. So the last question is, H-1B renewal stamping in Canada, impact of expunged case and safety concern. Case dismissed, legally resolved, judge ordered to take my fingerprints. So what I want you to do is, whenever you have a criminal involvement problem, you should always check with a lawyer who does deportation or removal defense in the state in which that crime occurred. That doesn't mean, or that allegation occurred, that doesn't mean that you are subject to deportation. It simply means this is an issue of local criminal law also. So your lawyers who practice this day in, day out will be able to answer this question more efficiently and completely with less charges, because somebody else may have to study up on the issue, etc. So I would just talk to a deportation lawyer in the state in which this issue occurred. Doesn't look like a problem, but it should be double checked. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Okay. Anyone has any question, press star 5. Let's get started. Anyone has any question, press star 5. So far I have 4 questions. Okay, good. So I'm 5 questions. Okay. Let's go in the order that I see people. First one is area code 978. 978, where are you calling from?
Hello, Rajiv. Rajiv, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Rajiv, I am recently graduated student from University of Massachusetts Lowell.
Okay.
And I recently received a job offer for 6-month contract basis.
Okay.
For the company. And however, the company is unable to pay me directly as an individual.
Okay.
And has requested that I establish a small business by obtaining a DBA certification.
Okay.
So,
Before, hold
as
on.
an international student-
Are you currently on OPT?
Yes, I am on F1 visa OPT.
OPT. And this is your first year OPT?
Yes, not a STEM extension.
Okay. So you want to make your own company and build through your own company?
So actually, they are not going to pay me directly as an individual, through directly through their company. But so they want me to create a small company on my name, just with one employee, as getting a DBA certification.
Yeah, I think that is perfectly legal. I don't see any problem with it. Discuss it with your DSO how they want to present it in the information. But I think that should be fine. Yeah, I don't see any problem with it.
Okay, so will that cause any problem to my immigration service?
No, because first year OPT you can work for yourself.
Okay, and Rajiv, they told me like I need to file the taxes on my own at the year of the end. So
yeah,
is
you'll
it
have to.
Legal or is it fine for me?
Yeah, the way it would work is, are you thinking of planning? Are you doing an LLC or a C corp?
not a LLC.
Okay.
It's just a.
Here is what you should do. Talk to a CPA.
Yeah.
Okay. Get a smart CPA on your side. You may be able to simplify the tax filing by just creating an unincorporated firm. Okay. Or if they insist that you have to have some kind of an incorporated entity, then they'll do either a Chapter C corporation or they'll do an LLC. Okay. But your CPA should talk to you. Whatever simplifies your tax filing, that's what you should do. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Okay. Thank you, Rajiv.
You're welcome. One thing though, once you get on to STEM OPT, things become more complicated. So if it is just a 6-month project, you're okay, but don't think this is going to last all the way through your STEM OPT. That's much more complicated. Okay?
Okay. And one thing, Rajiv, last question. How much it would take a time to get the DBA certificate?
That depends. That's a state procedure. I don't know how much time it would take. Maybe you can make it quicker by going in person. I don't know. State to state, different procedures are there. So I don't know what the procedure for the local state you are in is. All right.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Rajiv.
Best of luck, Chief. Okay, next one is Maryland. I recognize the phone number. Maryland, you were talking to me. Please go ahead. Maryland?
Okay, hi. I have 2 questions, but let me start with the first one.
Sure.
Okay, so my mom is here. She's a naturalized citizen of the United States.
Okay.
I'm here on H-4, and I'm thinking, okay, can we file? Can she file for me? That's the first one. Secondly, while we file, can we also file EAD immediately? And how long do you take? How long do you think the EAD will linger before it's approved? And during the process of the filing, can I travel?
Okay, hold on 1 second. So first of all, let's see, which category would you come under? Are you over 21?
Yes.
Okay. So that means, let's see, you'll come under, are you married or unmarried?
I'm married.
So that means you come under family preference 3. Okay. Remember that. You will come under F3, family preference. Okay. F3 is backed up a lot of time. So in March 25, they are taking cases that were filed in July 2010. So it is backed up almost more than 15 years, or a little bit less than 15 years. During that time, during that time, you cannot stay in the US just because your green card is pending. And you will not get EAD for 15 years. Okay. So it's not going to be much use.
Right.
Not very useful.
Not useful.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Fine. The second question is, so my wife filed, did the NIW, EB2 NIW, and we filed the I-140.
Good.
So far, it's been a year and no response yet, but we intend to file I-485 and the EAD. Can we do that now?
That depends if the dates are current or not. Okay. So I'll go back and look at the visa. Go ahead.
I think the date is current because it's going to be current because we filed as a last year March 13. We filed it. So I think when it gets to that time, we can go ahead and file it, right?
You have to figure out what the dates. If the dates are current, you can file I-485. But the reason I don't like filing 485 before I-140 approval is this. There is no guarantee the I-140 will get approved. Okay. Because there is no guarantee, then I could end up spending thousands of dollars on I-485 and lose all of it. Okay. So if money is not an issue, then go ahead and file 485. If you want to be careful about wasting money, then you should wait until the I-140 is approved. I would rather have you premium your I-140. Your case has been pending, just apply for premium processing of that case. If it gets approved, then you file 485.
Right.
All right?
Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
Good luck, sir. Area code 959, where are you calling from?
Michigan.
Go ahead, Michigan. How can I help you?
Yes. Thank you, sir, for this call.
Of
so
course.
I have a two-part question. I'll ask the first part first.
All right.
So I'm on H-1B with my current employer, and this is my first year of visa.
Okay.
With the latest announcement that you can have a company of your own on H-1B, so I want to do a concurrent H-1B. So on that, I have a question. Do I still need to have a board of directors who can hire and fire me?
Not any longer.
And
Not under the January 16th regulations, no.
Okay, and then like in that only, like, do I need to show funds to give myself a salary as a founder and CEO of the company?
I like to advise that that's a good policy. Just have about 2-3 months salary and operating expenses in the bank. I think 3 months is a good estimate. But is it required by law? No, it is not. Since this is just starting out, I don't know what they are going to ask for. So just being conservative, I've been advising people, have some operating expenses saved up in the corporate bank account so that we can show that we are going to be a running entity, not just a pie in the sky. Okay. Is it absolutely required? The answer is no. But would it be a smart thing to have that? Yes.
Okay, so in that case, I don't want to show like a 1 year of like salary.
Not 1 year. I think that is too much. I think 1 year is too much. I mean, which company keeps 1 year of operating expenses in their bank account? I don't think so. I would argue that that's absolutely ridiculous. I would say about three months is more than enough, in my opinion.
Okay, and then so like I'll have to go through a lawyer to file the concurrent H-1B.
You should definitely go through.
Is it new?
Definitely go through a lawyer. Don't try messing with it. Even lawyers don't know exactly what to file and how to file it. So don't mess with it yourself.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, got it.
Good luck.
So I do have another question.
Okay, make it quick, please. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I just want to know, like, I completed my 5 years last year on F1 visa and then moved to H-1B in October.
Okay.
So, like, as per the visa law, what I understand is, like, when you complete 5 calendar years, you are a resident alien for tax purposes. But still, do I need to pay FICA from January to September when I was an F1?
I'm not a tax person. You need to talk to a CPA or IRS.
Okay.
Not my field. All right.
Got it.
Sorry. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Last 2 questions. Let's go to area code 909. Are you North Carolina, 909?
No, I am from California, San Bernardino.
California. All right, sir. How can I help you?
Yes. Yeah, I'm Dhawal, and I asked a question yesterday on UD school, which is, if I'm working with employer X and if I file H-1B with both X and Y.
Yeah,
and
hold on. I gave UD the answer.
Yes, sir.
I actually.
You already gave.
What happened was, the question was, if there are 4 employers who apply for my lottery, okay, 4 employers apply for my lottery. We know that the lottery is, H-1B lottery is tied to my passport, okay. So company number 1, 2, 3 and 4, all 4 of them applied. I got selected. If I get selected, 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them will get notification that this guy has been selected. Okay. Now all 4 can file my H-1B if they want. Okay. So 4 companies, but they have to enter you. If they don't enter you, they can't file for your H-1B.
Okay, got it.
That's how it works. So I confirmed that last night only because that was bugging me. I didn't remember exactly how it worked. So I double checked. Once we got off UD's phone call, I double checked and then I sent UD a note on that also.
Okay, sounds good.
Right.
And I have one more question. As you said yesterday's call, someone's question that we can transfer H1B before October 1st, practically, not theoretically.
Right.
But I remember you said once, recently, that after 2023 or 2024.
Yeah, there was a hold on. So my answer was and still is that there is no specific law on this issue. If my H1B is approved for October 1st, can I transfer it without joining that employer before October 1st? And the answer is, as a practical matter, we are getting these approvals, these transfers. Theoretically, they can always create a problem. And then I gave an example of a particular case in 2023, but that case had very weird facts. The guy got his H1, I'm trying to remember from my memory, the guy got his H1B approval sitting in India. Okay. He gets his visa stamp, but he never comes to USA. So he doesn't come 1 year later, his employer revokes his H1B. Okay. 1.5 years later, he tries to transfer that H1B. And the government said, well, no, you can't transfer it because you never joined this employer. Now, this is a very weird case because it was such a long period he didn't join, and then it was withdrawn, revoked. You see, it's a little bit of a weird fact pattern. So I don't know how this impacts people in this situation that we are discussing. My answer still remains the same, that practically it has been done. Theoretically, they can raise an objection.
Okay, got it. So basically, it is not uncertain that we cannot predict the outcome. Generally, it gets approved.
It is getting approved. Yeah, we are seeing approvals. Happens all the time. Okay. The only time.
Thank you so much.
One more thing I want to add before you leave. Only thing that worries me is if the employer through whom the H1B is approved revokes the H1B before October 1st, then it cannot be transferred.
Okay, got it.
Good luck, sir.
Got it.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Last question of the day from area code 502. 502, where are you calling from?
Yeah, hi, Rajiv. I think we talked it before the recording started, right? So this is regarding the first cousin marriage.
Oh, yeah.
Talked about,
the Kentucky transfer back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Kentucky. Yeah. So the question is like, my wife's visa was rejected, stamping was rejected.
Yeah, that is normal.
Back in 2014.
Yeah, that will happen because
normal, right? Because
if you are living in a state which doesn't allow first cousin marriages, they will reject the visa. But if you move your residence to a place which allows it, they'll approve the visa.
Yeah, they approved the visa, but now my client or whoever the customer, they asked me to come back to the same location where it was rejected.
So that is where it was rejected. So if you move back to the same state and you try to get, for example, adjustment of status, or you try to get change of status, or you try to get visa stamp, they'll reject it. Okay.
No, I got I-140 approved, but will they have the same history of rejections for the same state?
Yeah, if you try filing I-485 from a state which does not allow first cousin marriages, you'll have the same problem. Your 485 will be rejected.
Oh, okay. But if I file 485 from the different state, like if I go there in Kentucky and then later I move to different state where the rule is not there.
Yeah, you have to file 485 and stay there till your 485 is approved.
Okay.
All
but
right.
if I go to Kentucky and go for her stamping, so will there be an issue again with the stamping part?
If Kentucky doesn't allow first cousin marriages, they'll reject the visa.
Okay. But for her it will be rejected. But for me, they'll not be an issue, right? Because
for you, they should not reject. No, but for her, they will reject.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Even if you go for Dropbox, they'll deny, right?
I think so. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Good luck, sir.
Sure. Thank you, Rajiv.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
All right, folks. That's it for today. Next Wednesday, we'll be meeting at UD's conference. Next Thursday also at UD's. And then the following Thursday, we are back here. So every other Thursday, it's on this conference line. Take care, everyone. Good talking to you. Bye-bye.